we are seeing around the world that it's fast becoming a crisis. And we see how nations, they are fighting against migrants who are coming in. So take note that migration is either internally or externally. You must understand that migration could be what is commonly referred to as illegal migration. Under international law, there is nothing like illegal migration. There is irregular migration, rights which are not absolute. For instance, absolute rights are like right to life, right to education, the right to work. But migration, though protected by international law, is a right, but it's not an absolute right.
For those who went irregularly, how long does it take for you to regularize the situation before stop hiding?
We have two scenarios. Those who are received by the authorities of the receiving states, and those who dodge the authorities. So, those who are, there is no particular time frame prescribed by the law, because it depends on case by case basis.
I think you're probably referring to asylum seekers in principle.
Yes.
Now the context would vary a lot. So for certain cases, like people are living in a particular country or an area because of a given crisis, usually
Taking you through Douala Airport, and he has someone in Mexico who will receive you. The person in Mexico sends you to the contact in maybe Cuba or wherever. Then there is another group that has to accompany you on foot to the border. So you see how this crime is organized. So that's what is known as organized crime.
So there was a time where in 2022, I had an opportunity to walk out of the country with the kind of job that I'm doing here. So they sent me everything. I was so excited, and the salary I was supposed to pay, send the contract form, sign everything, send back. And upon arrival, the country looked good, taking me round. Then we just got to a certain point that I was like I was getting to, let's say, old market, the way the road is. And I was like, this from where we are and where we are, what's happening? Everything that people showed me is not what I'm seeing here.
Yes.
So when I got there, they just took me to one abandoned building, and they said that that's where I was working and that's where I was staying. And I was like, this is not what you put on me, and this happened to me from a brother in my church. He was over there, he was suffering the same thing,
Yes.
and he wanted me to come in, thinking that maybe when you bring me in, they will release him.
Yes.
So when I got there now, I discovered that they seized their passport.
Yes.
Yeah, their passport. So what I did was, I spoke with my elder brother, and he just told me to just be calm and make friends with my employers. So I made friends with them, and they just gave me the confidence that they never gave those other guys. They gave me their key to their office, everything. So one day I just went in, opened the office, searched everywhere until I saw those guys, their passports. Just in somewhere that it's like, they just forgot about it. So I took it and I gave it to them. I told them that they should not tell them that I gave it to them, because it's like I abandoned it.
Yes.
So I told the employers I want to go back because the working condition is not favorable to me, and they told me that if I try, they are going to kill me. So I just had to pretend as if I'm okay with everything until I pay my flight and I just disappear one day and come back to Cameroon.
One person should just tell us what the thing in life abroad is like.
Life abroad, like in America, you have more opportunity compared to Cameroon. And to survive there, they pay as a worker, they pay better.
For me, in my mind, I feel like USA, America is a mini heaven.
Abroad, you find such places where you walk to and you ask yourself if you are still really a man, and you will look for the next taxi to try to get out. Slowly, sweet food away. I don't wish you this. If you ever have the chance to go through the Ghanaian gap, I hope you go as a researcher but not as a firefighter. You will see skeletons, some of which will be skeletons of people from here, from Congo, Ghana, and other places, Africa and Latin America. It's no man's land. So I'm really pleased that you have come here. When you go back, take time and look up Darien Gap. So it's such a major problem that it has political consequences and interests around the world. Then you've got Libyan-Mediterranean trade. You know, after Gaddafi fell, the Libyan desert just became like some wild jungle infested with criminals, gangs, arms traffickers, people smugglers and traffickers. Now, and a lot of people are dying in the Mediterranean. I'm sure if you're watching news frequently, you will see these boats which are sinking all the time, and people are dying. It's like every week. From Cameroon, the migration trails from Cameroon, the bulk of the Anglophones, English-speaking people, they try to use this Darien Gap. The majority of Francophones are doing this Mediterranean thing. So each time you get a boat sink, you get lots of guys from Douala and Yaoundé have been killed in this. If it's Darien Gap, usually it's people from this part of the country. So I just wanted you to know a bit about that. Now, some of the personal consequences that you could face is that this place, they will sexually violate you over and over. There's nothing you can do about it. That's what your brothers and sisters will not tell you. Both men and women will be being sexually violated. And nobody is going to tell you about that if they manage to survive. Here is the same thing. This one is even is transit to it's not like it's better, but it's on transit. But here, you just simply become a sex slave. Or you become a labor slave. I was in Yaoundé a couple of years ago when finally the IMO, International Migration Organization, managed to get back hundreds of Cameroonians who had been trapped in Libya and the Mediterranean coast for several years. You needed to see how they look like. They didn't feel like human anymore. You see, Cameroonians, some have had children there. It's so traumatizing, they can't even tell you about their experiences. So these are some of the personal things, personal harms that you can face.
Together,
let's unite for regular migration.
Together,
let's unite